everyone. Today I wanted to share some tips on finding inspiration for your designs or your products. Sometimes you don't want to keep looking at your competitors for ideas because you don't want to copy, obviously. And also, sometimes, as an example, when I started my business in 2009, when I was looking at what my competitors were selling in the UK, I was really uninspired because everything seemed a bit dated. So I started to look to American design blogs and craft blogs for inspiration, and I found that their designs were so much more modern, not necessarily just modern, but even their sort of vintage style designs they just had an edge, and they were just more elegant. And so that's what I did. I actually looked at a different country for inspiration. Another thing I did was I was obsessed with anthropology, and I did end up working with them and wholesaling to them, which was amazing. But I was so obsessed with them, and I always used to love looking at their website and their blog. And what I would do, because I sold in the gifts and candles section, I deliberately didn't look for inspiration from there because that's where all my competitors were. So what I did was I would look at, say, home decor, and I would sort of look at the patterns and the styles, and I would always look at the USA website, not the UK one. And I'd sort of look at the colours and the textures and the patterns and things like that and get inspiration from that. And you can do the same. If you've got a favourite store or a favourite one that you visit or one that you look at online, say maybe a department store or something like that, go and look at the non-competing products, because if that's the sort of style, if they sell the sort of style that you love, look at the products that aren't in competition to you, and then just have a look and see what sort of things that other people are doing. So you won't be directly copying your competitors or anything like that. And another thing that I used to do was I would look at design blogs, American ones again. I'm a little bit obsessed with American design. It always seems like 20 years ahead of the UK. No offence to any UK sellers or anything. Obviously, I'm from the UK, but I don't know, they just seem to have such a good eye for detail and design. So I would look at, this is one I used to love, The House That Lars Built, and I'd look at all of their sort of crafts and things like that and see what they're doing just to get ideas. And then what I would do is I would take ideas from all these different sources, so it was impossible for me to completely copy a design. So sort of things like this, their little maps and things, I mean, the way they design it is just so good. And another thing that I would do is look at craft blogs as well, and also interior design blogs, things like that, and just look at the cushions and look at the art and the furniture and just sort of get ideas. And then I would save it all onto a Pinterest board. You can keep it private if you want, and just save anything that inspires you that you see online. And also you can obviously go into stores and just every time you go shopping, just have a look around, and if something really inspires you, maybe take a picture or take notes. So yeah, stuff like American craft blogs, even their reefs and things are just, I mean, that's so nice. And this is just a DIY project, but also the way they photograph as well, the way they present their products, it's just so elegant. Obviously, if you're in the US, obviously you don't want to copy anyone or anything like that, so you might want to look at a different country, some maybe Australia or something like that, just to get, or Africa, all different places, just to get different ideas. And actually, Africa, South African design, I've been to Cape Town, and it is the most elegant, amazing city in the world, and the way they did their interior design and everything else was way better than London. So I do love my country, but yeah, it's just inspiring to see the way different countries do things. Yeah, so that's another tip. And then also, I used to love to go onto Raw Pixel, and another thing to do is to look at sort of past eras. So I love anything sort of pre-1920s. So I used to go onto Raw Pixel and they have loads of public domain art that you can actually download and use in your designs. So that's another one as well. So I hope these tips helped you just to get some more ideas and inspiration. All right then, bye.